Hi, and welcome to another week of career education. This week we will be looking at transferable skills, networking, and volunteering. But first, a little recap of last week's activities. So last week you would have learned about GW extracurriculars and athletics, and you would have created Exploring GW Opportunities journal box, in which you wrote about at least one school club and one athletic activity that interests you and why. So your first activity today will be to share your Exploring GW Opportunities journal box with a classmate, so you can talk about some of the opportunities you're interested in, ones you would like to see, and even where and when they occur, if you've got that figured out. Activity 2 today will be this lesson and a journal box in which you are connecting your activities to transferable skills, networking, and volunteering. As you go through this lesson and explore transferable skills from the perspective of future careers, current activities, and effective teens, think about your own life. What are some of specific examples of how you develop these skills and transfer them into a variety of situations? What projects, activities, classes, things in the community are you involved in? Where might you volunteer to build some of these skills? And how are these skills used and developed? Transferable skills or employability skills are categorized in a number of different ways. Here's one way to categorize them. Skills like personal management, being on time, prepared, responsible, and organized. Academic skills, these are skills from all of your subjects: reading, writing, talking, computers, research, tools, and math. And teamwork skills, cooperation, following directions, leadership, encouraging others. The top 10 transferable skills needed in a variety of careers, according to careernotes.ca, are communication skills. These are your speaking, presenting, researching, and sharing. Teamwork skills, time management skills, problem-solving skills, organization skills, learning skills, computer skills, listening skills, creativity skills, and leadership skills. Which of these skills are you building right now in the lesson that you're following? So let's connect some of your activities to these transferable skills. We'll start with athletics. So if you participate in sports, you are building goal-setting activities, because athletes are always setting goals and working hard to achieve them to improve. And these goal-setting skills can apply to all areas of life. Focus. When you're involved in athletics, you learn to focus on skills and tasks and games and strategy, and you build self-discipline and learn how to block out distractions. Team building is an obvious one. You are generally working with others when you are doing athletics. And motivation. Athletes know the importance of motivation, especially during off-season when you're just doing lots of drills and conditioning and don't have the thrill of the games. And resiliency. You learn to bounce back from failures. And what we do with the stress and adversity we face in life literally defines our success or failure. Some of you may be involved in theater or drama, and you can build transferable skills through these activities. You build public speaking and self-confidence, creativity and problem-solving skills, teamwork and collaboration skills, time management skills, goal-setting and achieving, listening skills, flexibility, commitment to a group and a task. So if you put your involvement in theater or drama on a resume, if an adult reads it, they believe that you have developed a number of these transferable skills. Okay, another topic of this lesson is networking. So what is networking? Networking is an effective strategy for building relationships, developing job leads, and eventually even for finding a job. It's an effective way to share information, build community, and get advice about employment. So how do you go about building a network? Soon you'll be applying for jobs, and in a few years possibly post-secondary opportunities, scholarships, and bursaries. You're going to need people that can be references for you and that can write letters of recommendation in support of you. So building a network is super important right now. Personal connections are people like family, relatives, and friends, people that know you well enough to describe your personal strengths. Often when you're just getting into the job market and volunteer market, it might be a personal connection that would write you a nice reference letter. Then you have organizational connections. These are people who know you through non-job and non-school related activities. Some of them overlap with professional connections, and these would be your people from school and from work, teachers, counselors, and supervisors that would be able to say that you are reliable and a team player and have strong communication skills. So, who is your personal network? And who is missing? Who can you ask to give you a strong reference? What can you do to improve in this area? These are important things to think about now so that you start building this up to have more success in the future. Why volunteer? Again, this comes back to transferable skills and networking, but also it helps you to gain valuable experience, to make your school and community better, to develop skills and interests, to grow a sense of belonging and meet people, to boost your self-esteem, confidence, and happiness. It helps you to build activities to put on a resume and to create connections. And it helps you to develop a network and gain references that can help to enhance your job applications. So where can you volunteer? Well, you learned about a lot of opportunities when you explored the G.W. Graham opportunities. You may have already found some of interest. But you could also consider helping with younger teams if you're an athlete, maybe approaching your old school and seeing if you can help with a grade 6 team. You could help with scorekeeping right here at GW. You could volunteer at an animal shelter. For some of them, you need to be 16, but some will take under 16-year-olds if you have an adult that's willing to go with you. You could join school clubs like Key Club that does service both at school and in the community, or some of the clubs in the library, or you could even volunteer to be a library helper. You could help out in soup kitchens. Even once a month makes a difference. Sometimes you could go with family or friends to do this. You could join Rotary Interact, which is a community service organization for youth. You could join in river cleanups that are often advertised through social media. And maybe you can think of some other opportunities of your own. Our career advisors and our work experience people can help you find volunteer positions. So your assignment this week is to create and reflect in a journal box inside My Blueprint. You're going to log into My Blueprint and open your portfolio for this class. Then you're going to create a new journal box and call it Transferable Skills, Networking, and Volunteering. In the description, you are going to respond to a few specific questions. The first being, give the first and last name of 2 people that could write a letter about you and your involvement and skills. A reference letter, basically. Or, if you can't think of 2 people, tell what you could do to build your network to have 2 people who would write a letter about you and your involvements and skills. Number 2, share an activity you participate in and the transferable and employability skills that you develop in this activity. Number 3, choose one of the following. Create your own top 5 reasons to volunteer list or top 5 skills that can be developed by volunteering. Now, you can go back and revisit this video, or you can find written directions. Simply go into your team for this class, and then you will find under Files an outline with links to the video lesson and information and the assignment written out. All right, so here's your checklist for this week. You're going to listen to the video lesson, and then you're going to create and respond in your Transferable Skills, Networking, and Volunteering journal box. That's it for me. We'll see you next week.